Does it feel natural? There will be times when you doubt your ability to attract into life the successful fulfillment of your wishes, including the ideal person you would like to be. I'm addressing this question from the position of the overly conditioned ego that's been trained to believe it's preposterous to think you can become what you would like to be by simply assuming the feeling in your body of your wishes being fulfilled. Neville alerts you to this disruptive influence with these words, quote, "The time it takes your assumption to become fact, your desire to be fulfilled, is directly proportionate to the naturalness of your feeling of already being what you want to be, of already having what you desire." Think about what you plan to manifest. Then use your imagination to feel what that feels like in your body. Does it feel natural to you? I mean, does it really feel like this is the you that you are deciding to be? If you've been sickly for most of your life and you are assuming the feeling of a healthy body, does it feel natural to see yourself as a picture of perfect health? Do you feel that with your imagination and God all things are possible? If you've been overweight or addicted or poor or victimized or unlucky or weak or anything at all that is incongruous with your perfect well-being, can you feel natural when you assume the feeling of your new ideal? Do you feel entitled to prosperity, health, happiness? If that feels unnatural, you must take on this task that Neville defines in this way, quote, "The essential feeling of naturalness can be achieved by persistently filling your consciousness with imagination, imagining yourself being what you want to be or having what you desire," unquote. I readily admit that there are some things that you might desire or wish for that will never feel natural to you. This came up in an interview I recently did on a telecast for a national television network. The interviewer asked, "Do you mean to tell me, Dr. Dyer, that if I do all that you recommend and follow the law of assumption to the letter, that I can become a linebacker for the New York Giants?" Now, this was a man about 5'7" tall, weighed maybe 150 pounds, a small man imagining himself in a very large man's physical position on a professional football team. I asked him, "Does it feel natural for you to be playing that position on the New York Giants?" His immediate response was, "No, not at all." And thus I reminded him that the time it takes your assumption to become reality is proportionate to the naturalness of being it. In my opinion, the interviewer would be doomed to failure with his assumption. However, I've seen professional basketball players who were 5'7" tall in a profession populated by giants, and not only could they play at an all-star level, but they could jump high enough to dunk a basketball. And when interviewed, they say without hesitation, "It feels natural to me, even though no one else can imagine it happening." This is relevant to you because it's actually rare to desire what simply feels unnatural. If being healthy, prosperous, happy, successful, strong, intelligent, and so on feel unnatural, then naturalness may be achieved by persistently using your imagination and your subjective attention to make this feeling stick. Throughout my life, it's felt natural to achieve prosperity, to heal my body, to teach self-reliance, and simply be happy. When I was a school teacher, most people said, and I still hear it to this day, you can't make any money as a school teacher. After all, it's a low-paying profession. Yet being prosperous and making money has always seemed just natural to me. When I was a school teacher, I taught extra courses at night school. I worked every summer, started a driver education business, gave public lectures for a fee on Monday nights, became a consultant on how to attract government grants, started a tutoring business, wrote books, took additional college credits to maximize my salary, and so on. Eventually, because it all felt so natural to me, I made teaching a very lucrative profession. At one time, I was restricted to a classroom as a teacher. Today, I'm still a teacher, only my classroom has now become the entire globe. Whatever it is that you want to manifest for yourself, do not be afraid to place into your imagination, assume the feeling of that wish fulfilled, and by all means make it feel as natural as apple pie. Move your highest dreams to a rightful, natural place in your imagination, and then do, as Ralph Waldo Emerson, the man whose portrait I stare at as I write, advised, "Build, therefore, your own world. As fast as you conform your life to the pure idea in your mind, that will unfold its great proportions," unquote. It is my long-held strong belief and knowing that you are never given the power to dream without the equivalent power to manifest that dream and make it your physical reality. And this is also from Emerson to chew on. Quote, "Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house a world, and beyond its world a heaven. Know then that the world exists for you. For you is the phenomenon perfect. What are we that only can we see?" Unquote.